Welcome to Daniel's Inferno. My name is Daniel. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you have a moment, please like, subscribe, share, and join the conversation below. I'd love to hear from you. Happy Victoria Day, by the way. So today we are going to be talking about
China, 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 China.
and a few different things in how they've dealt with the virus, the numbers they've reported, and news that has been released today that they are apparently pledging $2 billion over 2 years to help with the response to the virus. So let's talk about it a little bit. China will provide 2 billion over 2 years to fight the virus pandemic, Xi Jinping said on Monday, rallying around the WHO and its efforts, even as the Trump administration has slashed funding for the UN Health Agency. The EU's 27-member bloc and other countries, meanwhile, called for an independent evaluation of WHO's initial response to the pandemic to review experience gained and lessons learned. I think that's a good idea. In a speech to the WHO, Xi said China will provide all relevant outbreak data to WHO and other countries, including the virus genetic sequence, in a most timely fashion. Um, I think a timely fashion would have been giving us as much data as possible as the information came out for them, and that has not happened. At least there is strong evidence to believe that numbers that have been reported have been lies. We have shared control and treatment experience with the world without reservation, Z said. We have done everything in our power to support and assist countries in need. Yeah, that's a lie. That is a huge lie. They have sold countries equipment that has been broken medical equipment and personal protective gear. I'm not sure how the selling of broken equipment is equivalent to we have, quote, done everything in our power to support and assist countries in need. Because what it sounds like is you tried to monopolize on the emergency and make as much money as possible and hoard medical supplies. There have been reports that Chinese companies around the world were sending medical equipment back to China. So obviously, like usual, I thought Twitter, the important Twitterati. We got to see what they have to say about all this. Honestly, I expect them to be, happy about it. We'll see. Just in, China Z announces 2 billion for the response as WHO faces calls for investigation. China will treat a virus vaccine developed there as a global public good, Xi Jinping said. Donald Trump says he's taking the anti-malaria drug hydroxychloroquine. So Trump has been pushing hydroxychloroquine for quite some time, and there have been reports all over that it's helped, that it hasn't helped. Obviously we were time pressed, so there wasn't really the time to do trials and everything else. I believe that was going on in the background to see the effectiveness of the drug, but I believe a lot of people were panic taking this hydroxychloroquine, and whether it was actually helping or not, you know, time will tell as studies come out. Um, we'll see. Again, I prefer to see the facts. We've been hearing anecdotally for months now about how virus affects a patient's smell and taste, but now all four chief medical officers in the UK say they are confident enough in the data to recommend self-isolating if you experience that particular symptom. Stocks rallied Monday, rebounding from last week as news from a Moderna trial stoked optimism about a potential vaccine. So obviously, the fact that the reason I decided to show and mention that is the fact that you can see how the markets are responding directly to the virus, negatively, positively. They're going up and down based off the information we're getting, you know, at every moment. And unfortunately, it's all about the consumer's belief in the stocks that help it or hurt it. And when a pandemic hits, people recoil and they don't want to spend, they're scared. So the idea of a vaccine loosens up people's wallets a little bit to invest a bit more. India records highest single-day spike in cases with more than 5,200 infections in the last 24 hours. Jeez. I'm actually surprised we're not seeing people talking all that much about the Chinese $2 billion. And it's a little unfortunate because that was actually the biggest thing on Twitter this morning. But apparently we aren't allowed to see what people are saying about it. Here we go. Let's go down a bit more. And the bottom 40 countries and regions that got their outbreaks under control. Oh, speaking of, I have some data to show you in terms of outbreaks. Oh, that's kind of cool. An emotional meeting. Kaylee Hartung, who battled the virus, donated her plasma to help others and got the chance to surprise the man who received her plasma to help fight for his life. That's amazing. Good for her. That's the kind of thing I like to see. Yeah, this isn't really all that exciting, eh, guys? Here, let's talk about this. This is actually something. So, on your screen, you're going to see the mainland China's cases for the virus. It was updated less than an hour ago. So, as you obviously know, China is humongous. It is ginormous. It's just the landmass is just beyond scope. It really is. It's a very large area. So they're reporting 8,200 cases total in a country of over a billion people. I believe Wuhan itself was like a city of a million or over a million people. How is it possible, if that is where the outbreak began, that you only had a total of 8,200 confirmed cases, or 82,000, sorry, and 4,600 confirmed deaths? Those numbers, in my opinion at least, they don't add up. So when Xi Jinping is saying things like, oh, we're here to fight for everyone's, you know, on everyone's behalf, to help the world fight the virus and do what we can to help other countries. When you're feeding us false data, that is antithesis of helping us. It does not help us with our responses. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Am I wrong to be criticizing China? Um, are other leaders wrong for criticizing China? Is someone like Justin Trudeau right for defending the WHO and defending China? I personally don't think so. I think he should stand up to them. I think the world leaders need to stand up to China and say, what the hell? Why are you feeding us false information? Why are your numbers so off? You know, there were pictures going around on the internet of these giant drones just drenching cities in some sort of chemical mist. And it, the things that they, the lengths they went to, locking people in their houses, actually, you know, chaining it shut, hammering it closed so you can't escape. And you're telling me this is all you had? It really doesn't add up. It doesn't. And other people I've talked to, friends of mine, agree that this doesn't add up numerically. Let me know down in the comments what you think. I'm Daniel's Inferno. Thank you very much for watching today.